I'm Carol Stimmel. I'm the CEO and founder of Manifest Mind out of New York in the United States, in the Engerati studio today, and we're talking to Richard Beekhuis with TNO. Richard, thank you so much for being with us today. Could you just tell us a little bit about your company, what you're working on, and tell us what your role is?
Okay. Well, I work at TNO, which is a Dutch research organization. We do applied research. And we're working on smart energy systems, mainly on system intelligence. So how can we bring intelligence to the energy grid, and what kind of IT deployment technologies we can use in that. So that's our basic role. TNO is a very large company, so we hit different domains. But within the domain itself, I'm responsible for all commercial and projects and all research projects.
Okay, well, thank you. And one of the most interesting things about TNO is the fact that you have adopted open source. Can you tell me a little bit about why you decided to do that and what the impact is on your efforts?
Well, we've done a lot of projects and trials, and in all those trials we developed software technologies. But we saw that if you want to have a real smart energy system, you have to have a large and collaborating system to have a real impact on the real energy transition there. And in closing our own technologies, we would create a world in which we would have all kinds of solutions which are not working together. So we said if we want to have a real contribution to this energy transition and towards the smart energy system, we better make our technology open, so in such a way that can be adopted by other companies and other products, and to make it into a collaborative system, and that's the reason why we made it open source.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So you've talked a little bit about smart energy, collaboration, unification, having the systems all talk to each other. What is your vision for smart energy? When you say that, what is it you're hoping we'll take away from that?
Well, the thing is, we're looking at an energy system in which we can use different commodities with all kinds of storage and conversion technologies, also with production decentralized but also centralized, and to have a system in which we can make all the components in the system work together in either only the electric energy system, but also in more hybrid energy systems, in which we can use also a gas infrastructure or work with a building and district heating. So if you have such a broad domain in which you can have, in which you can use energy and energy flexibility there to make a balanced and stable system, you should have a technology which is able to adapt to that and make it fit to have the intelligence to make all the different optimizations there.
All right, that makes sense. Can you tell us a little bit about who's adopting your solutions and who you're hoping will adopt your solutions in the future?
Well, we see now that the main partners from the foundation in which we put the open source software are, say, DSOs, so grid operators, because they, of course, have a large dependency, at least in the Netherlands, on all kinds of different suppliers and energy service companies. So they have a real interest in that the demand response systems that are utilizing their energy infrastructure are a coherent system. So they have a big interest. And furthermore, we see interest from system integrators that see that they're also looking for a generic platform that they can use in different countries. So we're teaming up with Accenture, for instance, which is a global player, and it sees that the technology we developed and put in open source, that they can put it and use it across the globe, but in different configurations and different settings.
Okay. So with open source, lots of times open source implies some sort of a development community.
Yeah.
Would you say that who are your developers? Are they coming from these partner organizations, or do you have interested individuals, or what does that look like?
I think both. If you look at the time with the time point where we are now, the main development of the software is being done by our own people, and within the projects we've developed with different partners. and we put all the software together in a coherent software package. But then again, if we do that within our own alliance with our partners, it's a closed development group. And the thing is that we want to make it open. So we've put we put all the software and the development cycle on GitHub to make it open to the world. So every company and also every individual can add its own contribution to the system. And to the core of the software bundle, the Flexible Power Alliance will be in control about what's core and what's non-core technology and software. But in the end, we want to have also non-partners of the alliance being able to use the technology and add new stuff to it.
Okay, well, we only have a few minutes left. I just want to touch very quickly on the fact that one of your major areas of focus from a functionality perspective is demand response.
Yeah.
Is that going to remain your core area, or do you think you're going to move into other areas of smart energy?
Well, demand response is one of the issues which is very compelling at this point. And we do it with technology which is called Power Matcher, which is really matches electricity demand response. But we also have a technology which is called Heat Matcher, which is being meant for commercial buildings and larger installations to optimize, say, the heat production and consumption in larger plants. If you combine those two, you can also use the heating system then as a buffer for the electricity system. So that's one of where we are looking at system intelligence and added intelligence for hybrid energy systems. Okay. So is it demand response? Yes, it's both, but we're looking to have a more balanced and stable system and to use the flexibility in different commodities to optimize, for instance, the electricity system.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Richard, for spending a few minutes with us. This is Carol Stimmel in the Uility studio. Just had a conversation with Richard Beekhuis of TNO. And thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us. Appreciate it.